to an easy Tai Chi class. We haven't done any Tai Chi on this Facebook page for a while, so I'm excited to kind of re-enter this arena of Tai Chi. It's very similar in a lot of ways to the Strala yoga that we've been playing around with. Meditation, because it really is a mind-body practice where you become aware of and pay attention to what's happening in your body, but it's just using a form of movement instead of one in traditional meditation where you're sitting still and not moving so much, okay? So this is going to be a really gentle class, beginner friendly. We're going to focus on a couple of different kinds of footwork, moving the body through space. And then we'll do a couple of movements that include the whole body as well. Okay, so just find a comfortable space. I love barefoot if you're able to take your shoes off and feel safe in that place. Great to feel the floor, to move your toes and all the small muscles of your feet as we go. So we're going to start with our hips nice and relaxed. Knees have a little bit of softness. So you'll see as we go that this is always embracing a slow, coordinated style flowing movement. It's almost like moving in slow motion, which requires your joints to be softly opening and softly closing, but never locked and never stiff. And this is the kind of quality of movement that creates a lot of coordination and a lot of balance for us. And it also translates into faster movements. So just because we're moving slowly the whole time doesn't mean that this won't carry over into all of your movements during the day. This is kind of our training ground where our tissues get strong and our balance gets sharper, and that definitely carries over into everything we do during the day. All right? So our feet are hip width apart, or maybe a little bit wider if you're comfortable with that. Relaxing the arms down by the sides. We're going to start a gentle weight shift left and right. So as you look at me and I'm calling out sides, we'll be mirroring each other. So when I call this your left hand, you're facing me, we'll be on the same side, and this will be your right side, okay? So as we're shifting our weight a little bit side to side, go ahead and notice your breath, because we're going to be using that breath with all of our movements, coordinating the inhales and the exhales with the direction or with the flow, because that way it's going to keep your breath a little bit deeper and richer, and it's going to keep you from holding your breath, which is usually what we tend to do when we're trying and we're working and we're concentrating on something. So this will help you to break that habit of holding your breath when you're working. So let's go ahead and jump into that coordination. As you shift towards one side, take a breath in. And as you shift towards the other side, breathe it out. And this is going to slow down this weight shift even more. So really feel that weight shift, and then one leg is supporting you, the other leg is taking a little vacation, and same thing to the other side. And this it may feel excruciatingly slow to you, but that's okay. Getting used to moving slowly and breathing with that, boy, it's a great, great practice for all of us. As you shift your weight from side to side, the leg that you're shifting away from, that heel will naturally float off the floor. So allow that to happen. Keep your hips relaxed. And remember, my knees are not locked and they're not straight. They have a little bit of a bend, and that makes it easier for them to move and to accept and release weight. few more weight shifts, just like this. Keep breathing with it. Good. So now we're going to shift onto that right leg, and we're going to roll the belly and the body and just float the right toes open. And then we're going to shift our weight forward onto that right foot this direction. Shifting back, and then you're going to roll your body back towards the front. Those toes roll towards the front as well. Okay? Little shift side to side, and then we'll try that to the other side. So shifting your weight onto your left leg, we're going to roll the body open to the right toes float up and out, and then shift that weight forward. Your whole body's moving as you shift. Coming back, roll the body back to the front, toes back to the front, and here we are back in center. Okay, we'll do this a few times each direction, and we'll start doing continuously instead of a break in the middle. So shifting the weight onto the right foot, open the body to the left, shift the weight forward, shift the weight back, bring the body back around to the front, and same thing to the other side. Shift the body forward, shift the body back, roll it to the front, again to the left, and the body shifts forward over that foot, send it back, and roll it front. One more time to the right, and shift, and back, and release. Good. Nice. One more piece of footwork here. As we're shifting side to side, we're going to practice a T-step. So as we shift our weight onto the left foot, we're going to release the right foot completely, bring it in, and just rest the heel close to or against the left ankle. From here, you step back to that open position with both feet and continue that weight shift to the right, bringing the left foot into that T-step position here. And we'll go back and forth. Slow motion, takes a lot of coordination, and now we're really having some nice challenge to our balance. Relax the ankle and let the ankle do all of its little recoveries. All of those wobbles are good, and that means your balance is working for you. So relax into it. Stepping on the left foot, and right foot comes into that T-step position. And step to the right. And T-step. And step left. T-step. Let's go one more time to the right. And T-step. Nice. Let's come back to our nice center position here. We're going to keep equal weight on the feet. Same relaxed posture through your hips and your knees and your ankles. We're going to practice a movement called opening the door, and we're going to use and connect that breath again here in an up and down kind of fashion. Instead of left and right, our movement's going to have a little breath up, and then a nice little sinking down. So you've got a little movement coming at the hips and the knees and the ankles, just floating the body a little up and then sinking down. And this can be really small, doesn't have to be big. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more times, just the breath. Breathe in and out. with the arms. So as you breathe in, the arms are going to float a little bit out in front of the body. Draw the elbows in towards the waist and float the hands right back down. That's all it is. So breathe in, floating up. Draw the elbows in and float everything down. Moving meditation. Everything is slow and smooth. Draw it in and sink down. A few more times like that. Breathe in, shoulders stay relaxed. Draw the elbows in and sink down. Let's go 2 more times. Nice breath in and easy breath out. 1 more time. Breathe it in and breathe it out. Nice. Let's return to that weight shift, gently side to side, relaxing the arms down by your sides. With that weight shift, remember that opposite heel is just naturally coasting off the floor, any amount. Hips stay relaxed. Knees stay relaxed. Lower back is relaxed. And let's go back to just a piece of footwork here. Great balance exercise. Similar to the T-step, because we really are going to be supporting ourselves on one leg at a time. Take your time, there's no rush. So we're going to shift our weight onto the left leg. Release the weight from the right leg and float those toes straight out to the front and just rest the toes on the floor. So this is called empty step, meaning there is no weight on those front toes. Send the toes forward and they just rest on the floor. Bring it back in and step on the left. And place the right toes softly. Continuous movement back and forth, so there's never any stop. There's no ending point in Tai Chi because you go one direction and you circle around and you come back to the other direction. So you can think of everything as a great big circle. Nothing sharp, it's smooth. And as you're shifting your weight side to side, supporting yourself through 1 foot at a time, you can really notice that connection of the bottom of the foot to the floor. Great opportunity to build our awareness of our bodies, the support of the surface that we're standing on, and then building those balance reactions, allowing the ankle to adjust, keeping everything above the ankle especially relaxed, and then the ankle is your first line of defense for balance recovery. Few more empty steps like this. Shifting the weight to the left and float the right toes forward softly. And shifting the weight to the right. And soften down. Good, let's come back into our center position. Equal weight on each foot. Nice. Let's bring the hands right in front of the belly, palms facing each other. And we're going to imagine a nice round moon or a round ball between the palms of the hands. We're going to do a really great breathing exercise where the movement of the hands is going to mimic the movement of our ribs and our lungs. So as we inhale, we're expanding and opening. And as we exhale, we're gently drawing and compressing together. And breathe in. And out. I still have that little bit of a lift with my inhale and a little sinking down with the exhale. So we've incorporated the up and the down and the side to side here. And exhale. A few more breaths like this. Inhale. And exhale. Easy shoulders, easy back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Let's wrap our hands around the top and the bottom of that nice round moon or ball. Elbows are relaxed by our sides, shoulders are easy. And we're going to float around the sides the opposite way until the right hand ends up on top, left hand on the bottom. And we're going to continue with this back and forth flow, circling around the sides, resting on top and bottom, and circling around the sides, and resting on top and bottom. Now we're going to incorporate that same weight shift that we've been doing throughout. So as you circle, shift the weight to one side until you come top and bottom. And again, as you circle, shift the weight to the other side and come to top and bottom. Nice and slow. Circle. And top and bottom. And circle. And top and bottom. So you can continue just like this, keeping both feet planted on the floor if you feel safest doing that. If you want to incorporate the empty step, we're going to do that on our next round. So as we're shifting our weight over towards that left foot, unweight the right foot and send the toes right out to the front. Place the toes softly on the floor. Bringing that foot in, circle around with the hands, and send the left toes straight out to the front and softly place. Continuous slow motion. And place. And circle around. And place. A few more times like this. Circle. And place. And circle. And place. Awesome. Let's bring the feet back into that center position. Float both hands right out to the front. Draw the elbows in towards the body and float the hands down by your sides. Few more of these, opening the door. Breathe in to float up. Draw the elbows in and sink down. Exhale. And breathe in, float up. And breathe out, sink down. 2 more times. Breathe in. And out. Once more, breathe in. And out. Good. Slowly shift your weight over to one side. And ease the foot a little bit closer in, right back to a normal standing or walking base of support. And that's it. So that's our easy Tai Chi. And it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. This is something that's so simple and so great for our bodies to practice that slow motion moving, that coordination, even if it doesn't feel like I'm not getting a lot out of this, I promise you, you are moving with that quality and breathing and allowing all of your balance reactions to get that kind of practice. This is a beautiful thing to do no matter what your age, but honestly, especially as we age. I'll be doing this kind of practice for the rest of my life because we need this kind of challenge and this kind of practice for our joints, for our muscles, for our balance, for our mind and body connection. We need all of these things to age well. All right, so thanks for joining, and we'll do some more Tai Chi along the way. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.